Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Guessing the audio is good. Good morning, ladies and gents. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, and today we're going to be doing our very first live trading session. Just going to be looking at markets. It's a bit past 9 a.m. right on Monday, and I'm pretty sure most guys are quite hectic in terms of schedule right now. So, and I do believe I was like 5 minutes late for the session. My connection just kept dropping, so I'm not sure what the issue is there. But I can assure you that by next session, which is tomorrow, it will be fixed and sorted. Right. So today we're going to be looking at our day-to-day live trading opportunities, the potential areas of buying and selling on, which currencies have that sort of a high probability trade setups, and then we'll basically just plan for our normal trading day, right? So we'll record this because it does seem like a few of the guys aren't here, and I'll just stream it later on today, probably around 6-ish p.m. or something like that. Okay. All right, so like normal, we usually kick off with our Euro USD. Okay, Euro USD has been in a steep decline. Okay, so it has been in quite a decline, and we can see a nice swing high. Like I said, I think it was it last week Friday? We had that swing high and swing low. There, boom. Okay, let me just change this. So probably a dark blue. Okay, boom, there we go. And I had hoped for a swing high to around 13,070, right? So 13,070, that would have been, for me, the ideal short-term opportunity, okay, initially, until we had this rejection, this price rejection. And if you look closely at how the market is behaving above those highs, right? Those swing highs, that area over here. I think it's just above, a tad above 1274, right? So a tad above 1274. That's where I started thinking that we could possibly see just a drop off or sell off on the Euro USD without that initial run up that I was hoping for. Okay, I think in the group I did mention 2,500, okay, as a short opportunity, 1250 rather. Okay, went against us probably about 30 so pips, but with his stop loss probably around 50 pips, you were still safe. And if you're still holding that one, still got like 30 plus pips on it. It doesn't look poised to move anytime soon. You can see on the reverse side, on the opposite side of the spectrum, we do see the market making these lows, right? Swing low and then pulling back in, swing low. So you might see a bit of a contraction on the Euro USD for quite some time, probably like 3 or 4 days rather, okay, before the market does break out. Okay, I'm expecting a breakout to the downside. Hopefully, we might get a pullback retracement and then a break below. Okay, so since I don't buy breaks, like breakouts in the normal sense, so I would have to stick with the main trend direction on this one, which would obviously be the down. Okay, so the downward move, that is more appealing to me than the upward move. Okay, so if we do get it wrong, sometimes we do. Okay, so if we do get it wrong, because for me, from this swing high through to the swing low, which is close to last week's low and last week's high, we're just looking for a retracement to around 1246, 1250. Okay, so to around 1250, we should have moving average somewhere between there. I think it's much more visible on the 4-hour time frame, right? A tag of the moving average and a continuation of the move to the downside. So I definitely highlight this particular area here, an area of interest. Okay, 2500, 1250. I don't know why I keep saying 2500. 1250, and a swing low, market swing to break these lows, right? 1125. So we have a potential trade set up of 125 pips, okay? With about 50 pips stop loss, right? So 50 pips stop loss will probably be in this vicinity, just above that area. Okay. So it's like 130. Okay, although I don't like putting stop losses exactly there, I'd probably put it like 10, 15 pips above that 1300 level. Okay, just in case the market does come up to tag this high over here, right? Activate the buy orders just above 1300, then we'd see a decline to the downside. Right, so that is the anticipation. That is what I'm hoping to see. Okay, if it does play out, obviously we're going to make some money. If it doesn't, we'll just wait for the next opportunity, which is always there. Okay, hopefully everyone's happy regarding that Euro USD. And the GBPUSD, likewise, I've been short. Okay, been advocating my downward directional bias for quite some time. And if we're looking at the daily, okay, we see a nice decline, right? Pull back, decline, then pull back into this area here. Okay, it's like 25.50, around 25.50. Market came back in there and has been shifting away from there ever since. It hasn't been an aggressive move all that much for the downside, I mean in terms of amount of pips, but the drop that got me convinced that we could be heading downward again is this candle over here. Okay, so we had a nice shift like candle from these highs, 25.50, and right now we're at 24.85. Okay, so 24.85, and for me, unfortunately, I don't see any opportunities to actually get into a trade on this one. The only thing would be a breakout below, let's say, yesterday's low, which is not part of the way I trade. So a breakout is very is not really good for your win-loss ratio. So if you don't want to, if you want to have a higher win percentage, if you want to have a higher winning percentage, then breakouts are definitely not for you. Right, so for me, I would wait for a pullback, let's say swing low, probably to 24.33. Okay, I'd love to see the market dive down to 24.23 or 24.35 rather. Okay, right, that swing low area and sort of like pull back into itself and then swing back low. Now, what I did see is the GBP USD does have a good trade setup. I think at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So I mean, this one is still a pretty decent trade setup. Okay. So if with this one you are looking at an opportunity to actually go short. Okay, just give me a moment, guys. Not sure what's happening with my eye. Okay. My reason being is the trade setup. You can see structurally, the market has been showing us downward, that it's ready to move downward, right? So everything in this particular one is looking solid, and with a nice comfortable stop above probably the swing high over here. Swing high, we have a really good risk reward ratio because it's about 50 pips worth of risk a potential 163 pips reward. Okay. All right, guys, still with me? Okay. Right, let me just switch my screen. Just want to switch my screen. Just give me a moment, guys. So my platform is running here. No wonder my laptop is always. All right. Okay, we're back from that. Yeah, so as I was saying, this basically looks really solid in terms of structure. Does look really solid in terms of okay, you have the big figure, which is, I think it's 1350. Yes, boom, 1350. Right, 1350. Obviously, if you had a sell stop, because I did have a sell stop on one of the positions last week, I believe. Okay, but it kept going close to it and then just sort of like shifting away from that zone. So it did activate it. Okay, did activate it, and that particular one is up about 30 plus pips. Okay, didn't really get a good opportunity to sort of like scale into the position because the ideal place area for adding would have probably been around close of this candle, right? Or the close of this candle over here to sort of like add on to that position. And once it reaches about 50 so pips in terms of profit, then start taking off slowly. Okay. EURUSDCAD, won't say a lot about EURUSDCAD because there's not much to say. I mean, the opportunity was on Friday. You can see Friday or Thursday as well. But if you held on, because that was, I think it was the high of the week. Okay, spoke about this quite a bit. The high of the week, and you can see the moving average to 200 EMA and 4700, 47 even. The market came, cleaned that out, and then obviously came again on Friday, just before the end of the week rather, and just tagged that area again, right? So it did give us some really nice setups. Okay, so if you were short from here, I think you can still hold because we do see a very strong, see the moving average is firmly above market price, so the trend is still down. Okay, potential pips still to be collected on this one. I do believe now after the market has done this sort of like setup, we can expect some sort of a how can I say this? Some sort of a break to the low side. Okay, because before this happens, you don't want to be breaking even because the market does seem like it's going to come back again. So if you already have an order in, okay, it will be nice to see something pull back, bounce off, let's say the 200 moving average at least, and then a continuation of the move to the downside and definitely take that short. Okay. Guys are with me. Okay, guys, any questions? All right, same thing with the USDCAD. You guys remember we were short the USDCAD. I did get my stop tagged. Okay, I was short, I think from around here, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere around here. And I moved my stop, it was 50 pips, then I cut it in half to about 25 pips. Okay, and then the market just came in, tagged my stop on Friday, and then as you can see now, it's where I would have liked to have seen it. Right. So it's just one of those things that you have to deal with. It's not a train smash though. Okay. Any questions, guys? All right. So if we don't have any questions, we'll end off the session here. Okay. We do have market preview session, I do believe, later today. So we're just going to be planning out and mapping out our week. Okay. So as I said, this session has been recorded, and I'll basically stream it, or I'll make it available to you guys on Telegram and the WhatsApp and Telegram channel. Okay. Okay, guys. Right. Cheers.